Good afternoon and welcome to Bosse High School as we continue on with the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Winter Classic as we have the Evansville North Huskies getting ready to square off with the Springfield Southeast Spartans. Before we get started, just a real quick rundown. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Tri-State Orthopedics, go where the pros go. Stifel Reuter Investment Group, helping you pursue your financial goals. Indiana Members Credit Union, keeping it simple. And Nations Medicines, your local Evansville pharmacy. Hello everybody, Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell here with the IndianaSRN team in Evansville, Indiana. Getting ready to see two teams that we haven't seen before as far as Springfield Southeast goes, but a team we are familiar with, the Evansville Huskies. Let's start with Springfield Southeast. They come in 4-5 on the season, 3-3 in their conference over in Illinois, and we don't know a whole lot about this group, but they certainly have some size and they look like they have some athleticism as well.
They do, and watching them warm up, Jordan, it's just a team that, until you get out here and look, you see the physicality of them. They don't have as much size as Evansville North, but we'll be interested to see if they put pressure on North's guards, because that's when they'll really hurt North.
Of course, we've seen North play over the last couple of years. We've done some of their sectional games, seen some games throughout the regular season. The Evansville North Huskies, they're led by their junior guard, Braden Hebner, a 20-point scorer, a 6'1" junior guard. Him and then also Caden Gelhausen kind of lead the way, the forward pairing there, as Gelhausen's averaging almost 13 and 11. That's kind of the dynamic duo for the North Huskies.
Yeah, we saw North last year a couple of times, once against Evansville Memorial, where it was a shootout between both teams. And Gelhausen and Hebner both are terrific athletes and really put the ball in the hole, and Hebner will attack the basket. And that's what I think Springfield Southeast has to really watch, is allowing Hebner to go to the hoop.
The Evansville North Huskies are led by head coach Jason Roach in his 6th year at North High School. He's 61-66, and his Huskies come in averaging just under 52 points per game. Now, again, we don't know a whole lot about the Southeast team from Springfield, Illinois, but we expect a lot of points to be scored in this game, and I really think this game could come down to the defensive end of the floor.
Well, the coach is a longtime coach. He's been there 12 years. This is his 12th year at Springfield Southeast, so he's a veteran coach, and he's got a team here that looks like to be a veteran group, a lot of juniors, and we'll see tonight if they can handle the shooting of Evansville Bosse.
And real quick, Scott, before we got about a minute before this one tips off, just give me like 3 quick points for each side. Let's start with the Southeast Illinois team. As far as the Spartans go, what do they got to do in order to come into this building on the road? Not really a home game for the Huskies, but clearly they have a shorter travel. What do the Spartans have to do tonight?
Yeah, they played last night and then traveled over here, so they could have some tired legs. So first thing they got to do is mentally be in the game right from the get-go. Don't let the Huskies jump on them early and try to run them out of the gym. Secondly, they got to play without fouls, because this Husky team is a very, very good free throw shooting team. And third, I just think they have to run their offense and don't let North dictate what they do on the floor. North is going to try to bump them and be physical with them, and they'll have to just make sure they run their offense.
So we've got about 30 seconds here before we get this one tipped off. Let's talk about the North Huskies again real quick. We've already highlighted 2 of their players, Hebner and Gelhausen, but what do they have to do as a team in order to get the win here today?
Well, I think those 2 guys have to stay out of foul trouble, because they're so integral in their offense and their point production. So I think those 2 guys really have to be cognizant of playing good defense without fouling.
So they are getting ready to announce the starting lineups again. Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell here with the IndianaSRN team. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. A long Bosse Winter Classic, as they do every single year, sponsored by Tri-State Orthopedics. And we are getting ready to see the visiting starters for the Springfield Southeast Spartans. Again, they come in at 4-5, 3-3 in their conference. They'll start at the 1 guard, 5'11" junior, wearing number 1, Dom Hobbs. And it looks like number 11, James Fillion, the 5'10" senior guard. Marquez Small, the 6'2" senior, as the 3rd guard in this offense. Reggie Rice, a 4th guard, 5'11" junior, number 23. And then Seth Doss, a 6'6" senior forward, is the big man in the middle for the Spartans. Again, so it goes Hobbs, Fillion, Small, Rice, and Doss for head coach Lawrence Thomas and the Springfield Southeast Spartans, who are 4-5. For the Evansville North Huskies, looks like number 1 was Kiamari Barnes, a 5'9" junior guard. We also have, it looks like, number 10, Braden Hebner, as we talked about him, a 20-point scorer, a junior guard, listed at 6'1". Did you catch who that third starter was, Scott?
Yeah, I've got it here. Our stat man dropping it.
They're going through it pretty quick.
Yeah, Alec Vidoni.
Vidoni? Okay,
Yes.
so a 6'4" senior center. We have Caden Gilhousen, a 6'6" junior forward, and then the final
Bryson
starter
Chapman.
was Bryson Chapman. Thank you, Scott.
Yes, sir. Officials for tonight's ball game, Fish, Chuck McManus, Greg Mason, and Jonathan Mason.
So a good crew as usual here on hand at the Bosse Classic. Getting ready to tip this thing up. This is game number 4 of 7 on the day, as the Huskies are in their home whites with the green numerals and lettering and trim, whereas the visiting Spartans are in their midnight blue with the white numerals and the Vegas gold trim. Tip is controlled by the Spartans as we go quickly the other direction, as it's Filleting with the ball. And out top to number 42. I don't have a 42, or 43 must be a roster change there.
Good pass inside.
Good contest inside by the big man, Gilhousen, as now here come the Huskies running the left side. It's Hebner as he works his way in the lane. A little bit of contact, no call. And that ball is brought out by the Spartans.
We talked about Hebner attacking the bucket. He did it on the first opportunity he had. Unfortunately for the Huskies, didn't go in, and the ball's out on a turnover by Springfield. It goes back to the Huskies.
So we talked about that in the beginning of this pregame, controlling the tempo, controlling the game. So far, both these teams fast and furious in the first 30 seconds. Ball knocked away from Hebner as it's recovered and turned back over momentarily. It does go off a Spartan, because it looks like Filleting was the one that knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he reached in, thought it got it off the Husky player, but the official right there called it. Good call.
So once again, Hebner with the basketball high left side as the Huskies get into their offense. Still scoreless through just 1 minute here on IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Ball moved to the top. A three-point attempt for Gilhousen as he knocks it home.
Quick three by Gilhousen. First two shots taken by Hebner and Gilhousen, the guys we highlighted in the pregame.
Gilhousen again averaging just shy of 13 points and 11 boards for the Huskies. Quick elbow jump shot, no good, and off the rim for the Spartans. It's recovered by North, and here come the Huskies in transition once again. Inside to Gilhousen, he's stripped, and he's going to go to the line as they draw the foul. And looks like they're going to get number 21, Justin Douglas. Another quick look here, as that was the Gilhousen triple.
Just smooth shooter, and he had a wide open look at it and knocked it down.
So Doss picks up his first personal. It's the first team foul of this first half. And now Gilhousen will step to the line as the first one rattles in and out.
Yeah, it's a good free throw shooter normally, so look for him to see if he can recover on this one, knock it in, give him a 4-zip lead.
Of course, the big man showing off his shooting range with the three-pointer to get the Huskies on the board, and both of them rim in and out. No good on both foul attempts for Gilhousen. Ball knocked away, and there's a scrum on the floor. This will be a jump ball, and it's going to go to the North Huskies on the alternating possession.
Springfield Southeast not afraid to get down on the floor. They've had 3 or 4 players already hit the floor going after loose balls, Fish, so very aggressively going after those on defense.
So now Gilhousen will inbound it for the Evansville North Huskies. Braden Hebner with the basketball as he is picked up three-quarter court. Gets into the dribble handoff action with Chapman as they're trying to set up the post up for Gilhousen. They go to him. Up, a lot of contact, ball stripped away. Recovered by North. Three-pointer for Hebner's good.
Yeah, Braden Hebner was out there by himself. Everybody sagged inside and wide open three.
6-0 for the Huskies. 2 minutes gone in this first period of action. Spartans just looking for an answer offensively. So far, the North defense has been stingy. To the elbow, now they work it into the post as it's a skip pass. Filleting will fire it up from the corner, no good. Strong rebounded by Gilhousen. And here come the Huskies as it's Barnes with the basketball. Now Hebner, little 8-foot jump shot, kisses around the rim, can't fall in. Gets a second opportunity, up and in.
Hebner did a good job of creating contact there to give him a little space for that jumper.
And that's what scorers do. Scorers will just find a way to put the ball in the hole. A little bit of toe compression here from the Huskies. As now an elbow jumper, no good, too strong, rebounded inside.
Gelhausen, I think, is going to pick up a foul here.
I do believe you are correct. We'll see what the official scoreboard says. Actually, it goes on Vidoni.
Okay.
His first personal, and that's the team first foul. And they also called it on the floor, so no shooting foul for the Spartans. Flayen swings it to the right side. Doss tries a three, and he knocks it home. Again, full court pressure by the Spartans. This seems to be a clear early indicator. They're trying to set up the pace of this game. Trapped at the top. Hebner in trouble. Gets it over to Barnes. Barnes will go one-on-one. Pull-up jumper in the lane. And he gets the roll to go in.
Barnes got a good quick first step, and he took advantage of it that time.
Barnes averaging 9 points a game this year for the Huskies. As he gets his first two. They go with the high-low. Good feed underneath and one.
Yeah, solid post up by Seth Doss there, and he's going to get rewarded by going to the line after getting the bucket.
Here's another look at that corner three. Gelhausen picks up the first personal foul of his day. So Seth Doss is stepping up. I called him earlier on that corner three. I meant to say Douglas. That was my fault. As Doss completes a three-point play. And that puts us at 10-6 with just under 4.5 to go here in this first quarter. Hebner with it as he's cut off. Back out to Gelhausen. Not really looking to shoot, looking to get the ball to Barnes. Good defense from the Spartans. And looks like a little bit too aggressive there was Doss.
Yeah. That's going to be his first foul. And looks like it's going to be the team's.
It's the second team foul.
Yeah.
So 2 team fouls here in this first quarter as Gelhausen will trigger the inbound. He gets it into Barnes. They go right back to Gelhausen in the post, but that pass high and away as it goes down of bounds for a Huskies turnover.
Again, trying to hit Gelhausen inside as they're trying to work that offense through him and then him kick it back out if it's jammed up.
Quick lob inside to Doss as he gets it up and in for 2 more points. Gelhausen not wanting to foul on that last possession.
Also a big, strong kid inside, and Gelhausen probably was smart not to pick up his second foul in the turnover. Here comes the Spartans.
And it looks like Barnes is going to pick up a foul about 70 feet from the basket. Vidoni set a really strong screen there, just couldn't handle the pass on the roll and ended up turning it over. So that's Barnes' first personal foul.
I don't think Coach Roach's real happy with that foul that far away from the bucket.
Now here goes Douglas as he pulls up from the right elbow, and he's good.
That's 5 points for Douglas now.
Oh, excuse me, that's Hobbs. So we have some number discrepancies here. So Hobbs is wearing number 21.
Okay.
As they go to Gelhausen on the right wing, triple too strong off the rim. And battle for it underneath. Vidoni had it, but I think he stepped on the inline, and he did. So we'll make that note that Dom Hobbs is number 21, not Justin Douglas.
So Dom Hobbs has 5 points.
10-10 now as we near 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Terminates the dribble, does Hobbs. Now goes inside, ball stripped away, recovered underneath. Double team, they go to Doss as he is up and under. And rebounded by Gelhausen, and a foul down here against
43.
Springfield Southeast, which that's a number I don't have on my roster sheet. Of course, things happen whenever you travel as a road team.
Yeah. Not on the official list either. So
I believe that's Marcus Small. I think he's wearing 43.
So we'll mark him as 43 instead of 20 then. Gelhausen to take it in, gets it in to Hebner. Hebner across to Barnes.
Now attacking off the dribble. Wasn't North Husky, that was Bryson Chapman, that turned it over, trying to dump it down into the post. Lane will swing it on over to Hobbs. Dom Hobbs, a 5'11 guard, pulls up at the elbow, left it short, and rebounding was Barnes. He's able to evade the double team, and now the Huskies have numbers. Barnes trying to go coast to coast, scoop shot left short. And now the Spartans go in the other direction. This game fast and furious early on. They go quickly into Doss. Got the foul. Is he going to get the and one? I think they're going to call the foul on the floor.
They are, and it's a good call. He was grabbed earlier before the shot.
So that's going to be the 4th team foul against the Huskies. And we still haven't seen a number.
34, is that what they're saying?
33, Caden Gelhausen. That's his second personal. That's a big foul early on.
That's a huge foul early on. And
Doss with the little floater on the baseline, but Coach Roach electing to leave Gelhausen in the game with 2 personals. Looks like we had a sub. Jaden Hazelwood made his way in for the North Huskies as he's coming to set the ball screen right now for Chapman. Chapman loses control. Now here goes Dom Hobbs, and he draws the foul. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots. So that foul goes on Chapman. And that's already the 5th team foul against the North Huskies. Well, Scott, we talked about on the pregame show a little bit. We didn't know a whole lot about these Southeast Spartans, but it's clear they want to pressure the ball, they want to get out in transition, and they want to speed up the tempo of this game.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job of playing to their pace, what they want to do. And thus far, they're ahead 12-10 here with an opportunity to go up more.
Hobbs leaves the first of 2 foul shots short. Looks like Sam McKinney has come into the game for the Evansville North Huskies. We also have a sub for Southeast as...
So it's number 31, but I don't have a 31.
I think it's Chandler Clayton. Second shot up and good for Dom Hobbs, a 3-point lead for the Spartans. Quick pass up to Hazelwood. Hazelwood gets the easy layup. Sam McKinney immediately making an impact as he gets the ball on the right wing and finds Hazelwood in transition.
Yeah, Hazelwood, big 6'4" wing, got down the floor and got the layup.
Shot no good from the corner. Battle for it underneath. It's still loose. And believe they're going to say North Huskies was on the sideline.
Yeah, good hustle by McKinney. Was laying on the sideline when he touched the ball.
1:37 left to play in this first period. Spartans with a 1-point lead. They toss it into the backcourt where Floyan will bring it up the 5'10" senior guard as he's being guarded by Hebner. He tries to fire it into the post, and now we have another whistle, and this is going to go against Seth Doss. That's his second personal foul, so both starting big men for these 2 sides, each have 2 personal fouls.
Well, Doss not real happy. He's going down to talk to Coach Thomas, and Coach Thomas is going to ask what the heck happened and having a nice discussion, but not real heated or anything, just asking what happened.
4th team foul now for the Spartans. Oh, they called it a double foul.
Oh, okay.
That's why the Spartans stay with the basketball. Corner 3. Actually, they're going to say his foot was on the line. It's a 2. As Small knocks it down. And quickly the other way goes Barnes. Barnes starting to heat up a little bit. Kiamari Barnes, the 5'9" junior. And a face-up jump shot is good. Just no defensive resistance there on Floyan's 3-pointer. And now here comes McKinney as he's trapped in the sideline, has it stripped away. Spartans all over the floor, moving quickly in transition. Here goes Dom Hobbs, a little floater on the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Doss, and he's going to be fouled.
Yep, it's going to be a foul on Jaden Hazelwood, I believe they're going to call it on.
This one has been fast and furious. Another look at it here, Scott, on that face-up 3-pointer. Just no resistance at all from from Hebner. So that foul does go on Jaden Hazelwood, his first personal.
First free throw no good by Doss.
Doss, a southpaw, as he'll try to convert the second. 48.4 on the game clock here in this first quarter. And that rattles around and drops in, and we'll have a substitute here. So Jaylene Simmons, wearing number 55. Again, another number change. He was listed as 00 on the roster. That's okay. We'll get it figured out. Barnes gets the inbound pass from Hebner, and he'll now walk it up across the timeline. 40 seconds left to play in this first quarter, and Barnes has found his way to the lane. It'll be the 5th team foul against
Folian. Picked up that one.
Dom Hobbs picks up the foul. That's actually his second personal foul. So Hobbs and Doss, two of the bigger contributors here in this first quarter, both with 2 personal fouls, as that ball is lost out of bounds by Hazelwood.
You can tell this North team's a little out of sorts with Galhausen on the bench with 2 fouls, and that was one of the keys of the game, that he needed to stay in the game. And they've done a good job as Southeast of taking him out of the game, being aggressive.
Chandler Clayton with the basketball as he's back in. Little 8-foot jump shot off the mark, as Marcus Small could not get it to go. And now we have a foul, and this should be 1-1.
Yeah, Simmons on the foul.
Or excuse me, that's a 16 foul. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong side of the scoreboard. Simmons picks up the foul, so he immediately gets into the scorebook, not the way he wants to. 5-point lead for the Spartans as Barnes has the ball. Evansville North can hold it for 1 shot, as Barnes now works it down to 10, gets it to Hebner. Hebner trying to work his way in the lane. Little Euro step, left-hand lay is good.
Been a while since Hebner has scored or even really touched the basketball.
2 seconds, 1, a half-court heave. Off the mark, just barely missing it was Clayton, and that's the end of 1 quarter. After the first quarter, it's the Spartans leading the Huskies 19-16 here on IndianaSRN.
Tri-State Orthopedics is the leader in orthopedic care, with 35 providers treating nearly 30,000 patients each year. Our orthopedic specialists have the expertise and experience to treat the most common and complex conditions. For care you can trust, visit tristate-ortho.com today. Tri-State Orthopedics is the leader in orthopedic care, with 35 providers treating nearly 30,000 patients each year. We're excited to welcome Dr. Nicholas Rinsing to our Evansville locations, as well as our new Vincennes location, now open. For care you can trust, visit tristate-ortho.com today.
Welcome back to Evansville Bosse High School in Evansville, Indiana. Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell, here on IndianaSRN, as we are streaming the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Holiday Classic, as the Huskies find themselves down 3 after 1 quarter of play.
Well, looking at the scores, Fish, we talked about Hebner and Galhausen being the big guns on the north side. Hebner got 7, but he went a long time after getting 5 quick ones before he picked up that late bucket right before the end of the quarter. Galhausen, because of foul trouble, only has 3 points. The big gun on the Spartan side, Southeast leading scorer, Seth Doss with 7, and Dom Hobbs with 6.
Yeah, those two also playing with 2 personal fouls apiece for the Spartans. As it will be Spartan basketball going right to left across your screen. Looks like North deploying a bit of a 2-3 zone this time down, as that tough shot underneath is converted as Small gets it. And it's a 5-point lead once again for the Spartans of Springfield Southeast. Barnes quickly the other way, scoop shot, gets it up off the rim and good. Impossible angle for Barnes. He gets the end one. He'll go to the line with a chance to convert the 3-point play.
That's a big move by Barnes that time. He really had to extend his right arm to get it away from the defender.
Another look at it here, Scott, just off the side. That's just one of those shots that you just can't teach. Jaylene Simmons picks up his second personal as Barnes' free throw is no good. And a quick outlet the other way. Here comes Floyan as he smokes it off the rim, and it'll be a foul against Evansville North. Just point-blank shot, just a little bit too much mustard on that one.
If that's on Vidoni, that'd be his second.
It is. So 2 fouls on Alec Vidoni. And that's the 8th team foul. So Jaylene Simmons will go to the line. As the big fella lets it fly, and
a lane violation, I believe.
I do believe that is what happened.
Lane violation on Springfield Southeast number 11.
Yeah, number 11. Floyan stepped on the line or had his foot on the line.
Looks like Vidoni will exit with 2 personal fouls. Bryson Chapman, a freshman forward, back in for Evansville North. And second free throw off the mark, rebounded by Floyan. And Small will trigger up a 3 ball. Can't get it to go. And that's rebounded by Reggie Rice. On over to Clayton. Inside for the big fella. Can't get it to go. Simmons will try another one. Can't get that one to go either. And it's rebounded strongly by Chapman. He gets it over to Hebner. Hebner pulling up from 3. Off the mark. Battle for it down in that far corner. And it's recovered by the Spartans. Slowing it down wisely is Chandler Clayton as he gets the Spartans into their offense. They're trying to go into the post, that one thrown away. Barnes brings it across into the front court as he's being guarded by Philan. On over to Chapman. Chapman being hounded, trying to get the ball over to Hebner, and he does successfully. Through a little bit of contact, and that's an offensive foul against Hebner. That'll be his first personal foul.
Good defense by Southeast as they set up for that charge, and Hebner obliged by banging into him.
It looks like Chapman's going to the bench, and back into the game for the Huskies is Jaden Hazelwood.
Coach Roach is still keeping Gelhausen out of this game, Fish, with his 2 fouls, so we may not see him this quarter.
They go inside as that one left short. Good defense by Hazelwood. Simmons couldn't get it up over the rim. And now it goes into the corner for Barnes. But that's a good point as Gelhausen still sitting out with those 2 personal fouls. Barnes will try a triple. Off the mark to the right. Rebounded by Chapman as he's actually in the game. I thought he went to the bench for a second. The freshman comes up with the offensive rebound and a second chance here for the Huskies. Barnes working the screen and roll. And he'll reset the offense. Just under 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Huskies trailing it by 3. Chapman working his way. Free throw line. Jump shot. Rattles in and out. No good. Followed by Hazelwood. No good. And there's a loose ball once again. Bodies all over the place. Spartans come up with it. And are we going to get a foul or jump ball? We got a jump ball. So this will be Evansville North's basketball.
Yeah, you know, Coach Roach is going to, I think, roll the dice and stay with Gelhausen on the bench, Fish. As long as the score is right around this area, 3 to 6 points, I think he can handle that. If it gets much more than that, I think he'll have to pull the trigger and bring Gelhausen back in.
Peyton Mixon now into the game for Evansville North. Barnes being guarded closely. Surprised he didn't have a count going on there. As he now works it on over to Hebner. Hebner tries to split the double team. Nothing there on the pop for Barnes. Patiently working his way in. Right hand shot off the glass too strong, and it looks like a foul. Is this going to go against Hazelwood or is this going to go against Springfield Southeast?
Not going to like it at all.
So that's Marquez Small's second personal foul and the 8th team foul.
Yeah. There's a good battle between Small and Hazelwood down in the paint. And they're going to call the foul on Small and send Hazelwood to the line.
So Hazelwood's 1-and-1 opportunity is up and in. Nothing but nylon for the big fella. Makes it a 2-point deficit. 5:10 to play here in this first half. As Hazelwood will try to convert the back end of the 1-and-1. And can't get it to go. Almost banked it in.
Yeah.
2-point lead for the Spartans as they have the basketball. Playing with it left side, being trapped at the top. Good alley-oop pass inside. As the one converting that is Rakeem Higgerson, the 6'1" junior forward, gets his first 2 points of the night. Lead is back up to 4. Mixon into the lane. Right corner 3 for Barnes. Too strong. Mixon comes up with it, gets it back to Hebner.
Yeah. I don't know who. They better hope that's on number 32, not on.
That'd be Reggie Rice if it is. That's Reggie Rice's first personal. And this should be a 2-shot foul for Hebner.
Yeah, Small was there too, and it could have been on him, and that would have been his third, so that would have been a huge foul.
So Hebner leaves the first free throw short.
You know, Chapman's done a really nice job, Fish, for Evansville North of keeping balls alive and keeping second shot opportunities available. It's helped keep them in this game.
He really has, and that's a good way you can contribute as a freshman. Hebner gets the second one to go, so it's a 3-point deficit for the North Huskies. Just coming into the game for Springfield Southeast is number 41, David McGahee, as the junior forward makes his first appearance. Little baseline jump shot from Reggie Rice, too strong, and there's Chapman once again coming up with the rebound, but he's being hounded. And they're going to say it is North Huskies basketball.
Somebody needed to come to the ball. They were running away.
It's actually impressive how quickly they put the pressure on off a defensive rebound. The rebounder has nowhere to go.
Back in the ball game is going to be number 14, LeBron Kittrell, for Southeast.
A 6-foot junior guard. As Chapman will handle the basketball, bringing it up, being pressured by Rakeem Higgerson. Nixon will work the screen and roll with Hazelwood. Now he turns the corner. Barnes, left corner. Knocks it home.
Yeah, he had all day to shoot that one and buried it.
Tied up at 23 now, just over 4 minutes to go in this first half, and another Spartans turnover gives it back to the Huskies. There's another look at that corner three. Just a great delivery there, coming off the screen, turning the corner, and finding the open shooter.
Yeah, they collapsed the defense on the dribble, and he was wide open.
Hebner gets it from the inbound, as he will now bring it across. Being pressured by James Ferroyan, the 5'10 junior. Senior guard. Hebner looking for the Huskies to get in their offensive action. Not a whole lot happening. They go to Chapman. He drives baseline, cut off. And Barnes will now try his way to get in the lane. Can't get it. Out to Mixon. Huskies have plenty of time. They don't have to force anything. Screen and roll now with Hazelwood. Loose ball recovered by Hebner. Hebner with a lot of impressive dribbling through traffic. Scoop shot is good. That was impressive to stay so low with the ball.
He loves to attack the rim and did a great job that time, as you said, to keep the ball alive and under control for the bucket.
2-3 zone for the Huskies as the Spartans will try to break it. Now here comes Barnes as he picks off the pass. Double clutch layup is good. Huskies lead by 4. This game has really turned in the last couple minutes, and we'll get a timeout here from Springfield Southeast. And it is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. It'll be the first timeout for the Spartans. Here's another look at Hebner's drive.
Yeah, just a good job of maintaining ball control, and he goes to the bucket, lays it up and in, and Coach Thomas not real happy with number 31, Chandler Clayton, on that turnover that led to the bucket. And if you're Evansville North and Coach Roach, you got to be thrilled that you're up 4 points and you've been able to sit Galhausen this whole quarter.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing, too, is that the Huskies are on an 8-0 run. They trailed this game 23-19 with a little over 4.5 minutes, and now with 3:02 to go in the first half, it's 27-23.
Yeah, it's the best situation that he could be in other than having a bigger lead, but the fact that he has this lead after trailing and being able to keep Galhausen on the bench has been terrific for the North
And we mentioned
Huskies.
this earlier. I said this specifically about Hebner. Scorers find a way to score. It doesn't matter where they get the ball or how they get it. They'll find a way to put the ball in the bucket. And Hebner picked up the loose ball, was immediately doubled, and found a way to get in the lane for that layup.
No doubt about that. He did a great job of it.
Mixon will now extend out. Looks like a 3-2 zone look or a 1-2-2 look for the North Huskies. Play-in breaks the defense. And no corner shot there for the Spartans. Into the high post, now reversed around. And this zone could kind of interrupt the rhythm for the Spartans. Great bounce pass into the corner for 3 off the side of the backboard. And it's rebounded underneath. As it looks like Bedoni's back in the game.
Yeah, he's got 2 fouls, so he's got to be careful this last 2.5 minutes.
Still have not seen Caden Galhausen come back into this game. He picked up 2 quick personals earlier. And also, Doss has not made his way back into the game either for the Spartans. Mixon will try right wing triple. Too strong. Batted around and rebounded by McGahee as he gives it on over to Chandler Clayton. Clayton trying to split that top of the zone. Dump down. Great pass and great finish.
Yeah, they really attacked the zone that time, went through and got a good layup by Higgerson.
Higgerson completes the easy power shot as now Hebner works in. His shot rejected. And now here come the Spartans running in transition. They have numbers. Good transition defense from the Huskies there to get back. They had a 4-on-2 breakaway and could not come away with an open shot. Down to 90 seconds, 93 seconds exactly left to go in this first half. Right wing 3 from Clayton. Too strong off the mark. Tapped by Hebner, recovered by the North Huskies, and it'll be a foul against the Spartans as Vedoni picks up the rebound.
Yeah, that's a great job by Hebner to keep that ball alive, just back tapping it for Vedoni to pick up. And we've got...
so that's the 10th foul against the Spartans, and that foul also going against LeBron Cottrell, his first personal. So Alex Vedoni, a 6-foot senior center, averaging just over 5 points and 3 rebounds per game. He'll get a chance with 2 at the line as he knocks down the first. And this would be pretty big if the Huskies kind of extend this lead a little bit before the halftime break. Be able to regroup and kind of figure out a little bit more about a team that you didn't really know a whole lot about going into today.
Exactly. And it's got to be a tough job scouting. You know, if you're Coach Roach, you know, all you can do is try to play your game and adjust as the game goes on.
Vidoni perfect from the charity stripe as he will now head to the bench. Josh Neff, the 6'2" senior forward, re-enters the game for the Huskies. Down to 1:20 left as he terminates the dribble. Now they go into the high post. Lane will reset it. Huskies defense being a little bit stingy here as the turnover once again as Barnes comes up with the steal. Right hand layup is good. Kind of went off that off leg.
I tell you again, he made contact to clear out a little space and got enough space to lay it up and in.
And just like that, it's a 6-point lead as we get another look at it here. It's great adjustment there, offhand. Normally you're expected to go with the left hand, but that right hand layup from the left side throw him off, and Barnes will get a chance to convert the and one.
Yeah, I believe that's why he had to go into him, because he was going to lay it up with his right hand to create some space, and he missed the free throw.
That last foul also, by the way, going on for Lay, and his first personal for the Spartans. Quickly the other way go.
That's Kittrell.
So Springfield Southeast kills that scoring run a little bit. 31-27. Huskies lead it just under a minute to go here in this first half of action. Ball stripped away. Still loose. And in and out, no good. Point blank shot for Josh Neff. Rimmed out. And now the Spartans quickly. Barnes with another steal. And then he is fouled near midcourt, I believe. I think that's what the official's going to call. No, they're going to say he knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah. But good hands by Barnes to create at least an opportunity for North to take a last-second shot here in this first half.
You saw the two officials. One I thought called a foul, one called out of bounds. They eventually sided with the one that called out of bounds. And looks like Jason Roach pleaded his case, but unsuccessfully as it normally is. 30 seconds to play here in this first half.
Oh, buddy Ed Aldridge just walking by. He'll be officiating the next game.
Playing with the basketball. Spartans can hold for one if they want to. A little hesitation and drive. Great defense, and they're going to get a foul. I'm not sure if it's going to go on Chapman or Neff, but they were both in the area. Chapman, I thought, got it clean up top.
They're going to call Chapman. I thought he had the clean block, but that's his second now.
I thought, if anything, I thought that foul was going to go against Neff, but of course they have a better look than we do.
Yep. Well, they're going to bring Gelhausen in, and they're going to hope to get the last possession of the half.
Yeah, I think this is just purely offense for defense. Yeah. So it would be a two-shot foul as both sides are in double bonus. It was a shooting foul anyway. As Cottrell's first shot is no good. So Gelhausen comes in and Chapman will exit. Good first half there from the freshman. Second free throw for Cottrell is on its way. And he knocks it home. 3-point lead for the Huskies. Barnes unmarked as he pushes it forward. They can hold for one. He's going to attack the rim and draw a foul, and I like that decision. I know a lot of times you want to pull it out and hold it for one shot, but he had a free lane to the basket.
Yeah, he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot too, and he's proven he can take it to the hoop and score in this game, so an aggressive move by Kiamari Barnes.
Barnes has made 2 other trips to the charity stripe, both trying to convert and one attempts and could not convert either one. This time he'll get 2 shots, as the first one is good. 4-point lead for the Huskies. Barnes well in double figures.
Yep.
We'll have some numbers run down for you here at the halftime when we come up with that break.
Hazelwood's coming in now for Gelhausen, which is a good move by Coach Roach.
They get him out.
Offense move.
Make sure he does not pick up that third foul. We have still yet to see Seth Doss come back in the game for the Spartans. Second free throw for Barnes, up, in and out, tipped around, and we have a foul 94 feet from the hoop. It'll be 2 foul shots for the Spartans now. Yeah, so now do you bring Gelhausen back in again?
I think you do.
And there he is. He's going to come check in.
I mean, if you brought him in with 30 seconds, why wouldn't you bring him in for 10? And I think Coach Roach just hates that foul on that end, you know, to put the Spartans at the free throw line here.
Oh, he's got to be upset about that. Mixon picks up the foul. That's his first personal. Both these teams over the limit. And shooting is Angel Cintron, the 5'10 junior guard. As I believe this is the first time he's made it into the game.
Yeah, first point for him.
And so they will sub offense for defense. Exactly 10 seconds left to play in this first half. 32-29 our score. Spartans led after one quarter, 19-16. They currently trail it by 3, a chance to cut it to 2. Cintron's second free throw up and in. 32-30 with 10 seconds. Hebner to trigger on the inbound. He goes to Gelhausen, who's completely left wide open. Gelhausen works his way down. Nixon now into the lane. Back out to Gelhausen. 3 seconds. Going to have to put it up. One floater up and in. Good. Caden Gelhausen with the buzzer beater. Extends the lead to 34-30 as we head to the halftime break.
Makes Coach Roach look like a genius, doesn't he?
Huskies rallied. They lead after 2 periods of play. Another look at here on the replay for Gelhausen.
Boy, I thought he might get in a position to charge here when he attacked the rim, but got it up and in, and a big play at the end of the half.
Great shot from Gelhausen. We'll step away for a timeout as it's 34-30 Huskies after 2 quarters of play here at the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Classic.
Up next, the Castle High School versus Collegeville, Illinois. Then Bosse High School takes on Vanderbilt. And our nightcap, Harrison High School takes on Clinton Stockton.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
Welcome to Benjamin Bosse High School, where your education is our #1 priority. As we show you around the school, you will see that we have some of the best and unique academic classes that makes Bosse one of Evansville's best kept secrets.
Hidden gem. Diverse. Family.
Welcoming. Accepting.
Eager.
Ever-changing. Here at Bosse High School, we take pride in giving our students the best learning environment possible while ensuring safety and security. We are well known for our sports teams and our sporting events. There are 13 IHSAA sports teams available to students throughout the school year. One thing that we're very proud of and unique to Bosse High School is that we offer programs such as Toyota 4T program, which our students learn about advanced manufacturing practices, and it gives students a career pathway into Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Indiana. We have our own radio and television program where students have the chance to earn college credits from the University of Southern Indiana and pursue a career pathway in broadcast television production. We strive for academic excellence by offering advanced placement, academic honors, and dual credit courses, as well as 5 different career pathways. Here at Bosse High School, we also offer a vast array of student activities that students can get involved into, such as the International Club, the Interact Club, being involved in National Honor Society, our academic teams such as Spell Bowl or Academic Super Bowl. At Bosse High School, we provide a safe and welcoming environment, embracing all diversity, ensuring academic excellence, honoring achievement, and promoting pride in ourselves, our school, and our community.
After a certain amount of practice, you can just tell from the texture of the ball that it started to be broken in completely, and texture begins to change. It kind of changes from orange to almost brown. It's ready to move over to the arena for the game. We select 3 of them, take them to the referee's room, and they actually pick the one that goes for the game. Having Spalding deliver such a consistent product, and the fact that you never have to worry about the basketball really adds a component to the game that no one even really thinks about for those big games.
Welcome back to Bosse High School in Evansville, Indiana. We got 2 minutes left to go in the halftime break. Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell. After the first 2 quarters of play, the Evansville North Huskies lead the Springfield Southeast Spartans 34-30. Before we get the second half started, I want to give a quick thanks to all of our sponsors once again. Tri-State Orthopedics, go where the pros go. Stiefel Reuter Investment Group, helping you pursue your financial goals. Indiana Members Credit Union, keeping it simple. And Nations Medicines, your local Evansville pharmacy. We got about 90 seconds here, Scott, before we get the second half started. Our buddy Keith Oath has been keeping some unofficial stats. Let's quickly run through those as the North Huskies in the first half shoot 13 of 24 from the field. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Just 5 of 13 from the charity stripe, though, for North Huskies.
You know, North got to the line, but just didn't convert like they should and do normally. So I think that's one of the things they have to do better in this second half.
And unofficially, we have Kiamari Barnes for 14 points. Braden Hebner, 10 points, as well as Caden Gelhausen, just 5 points in that first half, but he didn't play a whole lot in that second quarter of action.
He hit that big bucket at the end of the half that gives them the 4-point lead. So getting him and keeping him out of foul trouble is going to be imperative for the North High Huskies.
And then quickly for Springfield Southeast, 11 of 24 from the field, so just below 50%. 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, but 7 of 10 from the charity stripe for the Spartans. We got about 30 seconds. What do you think the adjustments were for each of these sides?
Well, I think it's keeping these guys out of foul trouble. And, you know, Seth Doss went out of foul trouble for the Spartans, and he had 7 points that first quarter and didn't score in the second. And he's just as key to this Spartans club as Gelhausen is for the Evansville North Huskies. So I think both Doss and Gelhausen have to stay out of foul trouble. Both teams have to continue to attack the basket.
As you see on the screen there, the remaining games of the Bosse Winter Classic. We are in game number 4, the 3:30 Central Time tip-off. Next up, it'll be Castle versus Collinsville out of Illinois. You and Keith Oath will have the call of that. And then finally, it'll be Bosse playing Danville out of Illinois. And then Harrison plays Linton Stockton to round out the evening. And as they look at the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Winter Classic schedule.
You know, this is a terrific
huge event every year.
Yeah, terrific tournament for Bosse pros. And always get top-notch teams in here to play. And generally tries to make them in evenly balanced games. And that's what we're seeing in this one here.
So the Spartans will start with the basketball as they'll go left to right across your screen now in their midnight blue uniforms with the white numerals and gold trim. As quickly the other way goes Hobbs, as Hobbs trying to drop it down inside to Dawson. That pass picked off by Gelhausen, recovered by Gelhausen. And as Hebner will now bring it forward. Hebner with 10 points in that first half. Gelhausen trying to find a backdoor cutter, stolen away by Doss. Now here comes Faloyan. Faloyan trying to go all the way to the rim, and he does, as he cuts it to a 34-32 game.
Real solid move by Faloyan.
And that's going to be over and back as Gelhausen was not established in the front court. He had 1 foot down, not 2. And he's not able to touch the basketball until he has both feet established in the front court. A turnover for the Huskies. Dom Hobbs, a 5'11 junior. He's got the basketball out wide. Nice crossover, getting to the lane. Shot might have been blocked partially as the Huskies come up with it. Hebner leading the break. Trying to navigate through traffic. Fall away, jump shot, too strong. And here come the Spartans trying to run once again. Hobbs over to Faloyan. The first layup no good. Tapped around.
Ball is blocked by Chapman.
Cottrell couldn't get it to go. That pass now picked off as Small runs into the lane. And he is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
It's going to be the third foul on Chapman, I believe, though.
It's the first team foul against the Huskies here in the second half.
See who they call it on to make sure.
And we're going to get an early timeout from Evansville North. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Looks like, yeah, they're calling it on, I take that back, they're calling on Alec Vadoni, but that's his third foul also, number 23.
So 3 fouls on Vadoni, the first personal, or the first team foul of the half, excuse me.
So a little bit of foul trouble with the interior people for Evansville North, Fish. Vadoni with 3. Chapman's got 2 and Gelnhausen has 2, so it's something we'll keep an eye on as the Southeast Spartans keep attacking the bucket. They may want to try to draw charges instead of trying to slap the ball away.
And this is a good move by an experienced coach in Jason Roach. Probably felt like that first minute and a second got away from the Huskies and kind of getting a little out of control. So he ends up calling a 30-second timeout just to tell his team, hey, let's calm it down. We'll be okay. Don't throw the ball away and give them opportunities in transition. So now stepping to the line is Marquez Small as the first free throw too strong off the back of the rim. Both these sides have struggled to shoot free throws a little bit.
Small with 5 points that first half.
See if he can get his 6th one from the line right here. Chance to make it a 1-point game, and he does. 34-33, Huskies lead the Spartans. And Small may have got with a foul in the backcourt, but they don't call it. Hebner now working against Small. Hebner terminates the dribble. Gelnhausen deep triple, too strong. Ball batted around. Barnes pulls it away from Cottrell. And now Barnes will trigger the offense. Trying to work against Doss. Doss playing with 3 fouls. Small reaches in. Almost got the steal. And here goes Chapman, baseline cut off. Another effort, and he draws a foul. And this is either going to go...
I think it's on Doss.
It's either going to go against Doss or it's going to go against Small.
Yeah,
they're going to call it on Seth Doss.
third.
That is not a good way to start the half if you're a fan of the Spartans.
Now Coach Thomas on the bench over there talking to his assistants about possibly subbing, but right now nobody up off the bench.
First free throw for Chapman up and in.
First points of the night, but he's had a big night.
He's had a lot of offensive rebounds. Good job doing the dirty work on the defensive side as well, but wanted to point this out. Doss played a little bit earlier in the second quarter with 2 fouls before he got pulled, as both free throws were good. 36-33 for the Huskies, so we'll see how long head coach Lawrence Thomas rolls with his senior center. Dom Hobbs working the pick and roll with Small. Swings it over to Cottrell. Now Small with it. Huskies doing a good job of keeping that paint clogged up. Tough entry pass.
Yeah, bad angle for that pass. Good job by Doss to try to post up, but it just wasn't a good angle to try to drop that pass to him.
6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Huskies in control of this one right now, up 3. They won most of the second quarter and trying to get things going here in the third. Hebner's shot no good. Gets a second chance at it. Now he gets the floater to fall. That's what scorers do.
Yeah, fouled his shot nicely. The ball was tipped and on the floor. Picked it up and put it in.
He's got such an impressive skill set. Can score from any level of the court. Dom Hobbs with it. Once again, working that crossover. Gets caught in midair. Finds Small. This will be a long 2-point jump shot, and it's good. He was about 1 step in front of the 3-point line. Cuts it back down to a 3-point game.
Yeah, he's got 3 this half.
A little bit of run and jump defense there as they can't complete the trap, but a turnover from the Huskies. As Doss has it, now he gives it over to Small. Because Small being guarded by Barnes. Barnes had quite a few steals in that first half too. He played a really good first half for the Huskies. Another crossover from Dobbs. He gets it up off the glass and in. Not really sure how he got that one up and in.
He's quick, I tell you what. He had a really devastating crossover move to free himself.
Chapman has it knocked away, and it went off his hand, I think, but they're actually going to say it stays with the Huskies. I thought that ball deflected off his hand, but it'll stay with North.
It looked like it might have, but we got a bad angle on this corner here.
Also heard a little bit of skin slap there, too. Yeah. No call, and now we have a whistle. Looks like maybe a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's
I was blocked out by the official.
I think it's Small.
It is. They do call it on Small.
Yeah, and that's his third. So a little bit of foul trouble for Southeast.
Small and Doss both with 3 personal fouls. Both still out there on the court. Barnes with an out high. Being pressured by Cottrell. Now Hebner with it. As he drives to his left. Left-hand lay, left it short. Battle for it on the end line, and I think it's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, he just short on that one a little bit. He had the shot and just a little bit short on it.
A little bit of a reaction there from the crowd after Alec Vidoni. He went to go tie up the basketball and pulled up on it and lifted Filayan off the ground.
Well, he's this big, strong kid, and Filayan's not real big, so the combination looked worse than it was.
Bounce pass into Barnes. He's stuck in no man's land as Vidoni gets it to Hebner. As Hebner will pull up from the elbow. Off the mark, off to the left. Doss gets it. As he'll give it to Dom Hobbs, and Hobbs will bring it forward across the 10-second line. Into the paint it goes. Now back out to Hobbs. He'll try a 3. No good as it's rebounded by Northern Chapman. He's been everywhere tonight on the glass.
Yeah, 6'3" freshman's been very impressive.
Chapman turned the corner looking for a shot. Terminates the dribble. Now he gets it over to Hebner. Trying to go inside. Gelhausen, he got the shot up on the rim. Got fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. An impressive pass there from Hebner.
It was. Rakeem Higgerson's going to get the foul, looks like.
That's his first personal foul. And the 3rd team foul against the Spartans here. A little over halfway done here in this 3rd quarter. Gelhausen with a chance to extend the lead back up to 3 if he can knock home both, and he knocks home the first.
7 points at this point of the game, or 6 points, excuse me, at this point of the game for Caden Gelhausen. A low-scoring night for him, but with him sitting so much that 2nd quarter, it's kind of understandable.
In the first half, he opened up the game with a 3-pointer, and then he closed the end of the first half with a buzzer beater on a runner. He knocks down both free throws here. He's up to 7 points for Gelhausen. It's a 3-point lead for the Huskies as they now deploy a full-court press. Playing with it. Now he tosses it over to Cottrell. Cottrell inside to Doss. Doss goes quickly. Wasted no time, and a foul against Vidoni, I believe.
That's number 4.
And we will see a sub as it'll be Hazelwood coming in.
Hazelwood gave him some good minutes in that first half. Coming off the bench, the 6'4" junior came up with 3 points and some big rebounds.
So Doss will attempt 2 free throws, leaves the first one short, and as you mentioned, here comes Hazelwood. As now we'll see, I'm sure Vidoni will send out the remainder of this quarter and might even send out the start of the 4th quarter. Doss fires up the 2nd free throw, gets the friendly rolls. It's a 2-point deficit now for the Spartans out of Springfield, Illinois. Hebner off a flare screen. Now he attacks baseline. Pull-up jump shot too strong. And the ball is ultimately rebounded by Springfield Southeast. And this game is tied as Doss finishes it on the other end.
Good ball movement by the Spartans all the way down the court.
Hebner trying to fit a pass up to the far corner. Doss knocks it out of bounds. Of course, basketball was a game of runs. We saw North go on a run earlier to build a 4 or 5 point lead that they have basically held all the way until this point.
We got Sam McKinney coming back in the game. He's going to give Braden Hebner a break.
McKinney had a great pass earlier to set up a Hazelwood basket after the Huskies broke the press. Barnes maybe got away with a carry, keeps the basketball alive as he's being guarded by Seth Doss, who's playing with 3 fouls. Barnes will pull up from the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Gelhausen. Back up. 2nd effort is in.
That's why he's so important in this lineup. Besides the outside shot, he's got the size to go inside.
Pass too tall for Dawson, out of bounds as Gelhausen and Doss both jumped up for it.
There's that replay on the previous shot by Gelhausen. You can see his strength going up over Spartan to get the rebound and put it back in.
Gelhausen listed at 6'6", has very long arms. And I think that's part of what contributed to him getting that put back. Chapman from the free throw line. He knocks it home.
Yeah, he's got 4 points this quarter, so he's starting to light it up a little bit.
Dom Hobbs, with the basketball, as he was trying to kick it to the corner, but the ball was knocked out of bounds. And now exiting the game is Rakeem Higgerson. And back into the game for Springfield Southeast is Jaleen Simmons, the 6'3" junior. He's listed at 6'3". I think he's a little bit bigger than that.
I think he is. I'm with you, Fish.
He looks closer to 6'4", 6'5", because Doss is listed at 6'6".
He's as big as Doss.
No look pass over to Dom Hobbs, trying to find an open man. A little bit of a trapping 2-3 zone for the North Huskies. And Gelhausen picks off the skip pass. He'll now bring it forward, being chased behind by Dom Hobbs. Hobbs is able to strip it away, and he recovers it before he gets to the baseline.
Yeah, nobody was talking to Gelhausen about, hey, got a guy coming up on you.
Doss will try the long two-point jump shot. He knocks it home. Going back to that play, Dom Hobbs setting that up to recover after the turnover and then keep the ball in bounds and immediately find his big man for the jump shot.
That's 5 points for Doss in this quarter. He had to sit a lot of that second quarter because of foul trouble.
Sam McKinney's 3 off the mark, rebounded underneath by Simmons, and a foul against the North Huskies.
I think it's Hazelwood, I think they're going to get. Yeah, Jaden Hazelwood picks it up.
This game has been physical. It's his second personal and third team foul.
He's going to come out of the game right now, and they're bringing back in Josh Neff, number 31.
Neff had some good minutes for the North Huskies earlier. As he'll get a chance now to join Gelhausen in the front court. High-low action, wide open layup for Jaleen Simmons.
Simmons' first bucket of the night.
We're back tied at 44 with 1:15 left to play in this third quarter. Into the corner, Chapman, little stop and pop hook shot is good.
I tell you, he's impressive for a freshman. A quick timeout by Coach Roach of North. He's going to take a 30.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Tied up, or excuse me, 46-44 is just tied up at 44 before that last floater by Chapman. And we talked about he hadn't scored at all in the first half. He's starting to come alive here in the third quarter, but he's done a really good job on both ends of the floor.
He did. I mean, he's gotten a lot of loose balls, a lot of rebounds, kept things alive by tipping the ball. Now, this quarter, he's added 6 points. So he's had a really big game. And the first opportunity we've had to see him because he is a freshman at North. But very impressive and done a great job tonight.
We're getting a look at the huddle for the Springfield Southeast Spartans. They're really trying to come in here and put their mark on this game and really push the tempo, increase the pressure, get in transition, try to get some open buckets, and so far North has done a good job of handling that pressure.
They have, and this is a very quick team, a very athletic team in Springfield Southeast, and it's going to go down to the wire, Fish, I believe. It's been a good game and well played. Considering two teams not knowing each other's style or anything, I think it's been well played. There have been turnovers, but other than that, I mean, this is one of those games that's going to have turnovers.
Pass picked off by the Huskies as Sam McKinney brings it into the front court. Under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Ball knocked away as Hobbs has it once again. A little bit of a snake dribble there, and the floater is good. We're tied back at 46. Dom Hobbs can do just about everything on the floor for the Spartans.
He's in double figures now with 10 points.
Skip pass, long 3 off the mark, and tapped over to Philain, as he pushes it forward, lobs into Seth Doss. Little pump up and in. Spartans with the lead, 48-46, 20 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Down to 15 now as Hebner being guarded by Philain. He'll work the screen and roll with Gelhausen. Gelhausen back out wide. Nath will try the 3, too strong. Gelhausen offensive rebound and a foul with 3.1 seconds on the game clock.
Not the bonus yet or anything, but still a tough foul here right at the end of the quarter.
So Jaleen Simmons picks up his third foul, fourth team foul, 3.1. You got time for a couple dribbles, but you're going to have to get a shot up pretty quick.
Well, you got Hebner in the game. You've got Gelhausen in the game. Look for one of those two to put it up for North.
Man triggering the inbound is Neff as he tosses into Hebner, and he'll have to try a long one. Through the contact, no good, no whistle either. We're heading to the fourth quarter of action. Spartans leading the Huskies 48-46 here on
Welcome to the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation. Proudly serving the students of Evansville and Vandenberg County, the EVSC is the third largest school district in the state of Indiana with more than 22,000 students. In our 40 schools, we have over 25,000 student devices so that every student has access to an iPad, Chromebook, or laptop. We have amazing teachers and staff members who deliver high-quality instruction while creating meaningful relationships with students. In addition to our robust fine arts and athletic opportunities, our 7 high school innovative model programs suit the needs of individual learning styles, engaging students in their interests, all while preparing them for lifelong success. The EVSC focuses on educating the whole child through GAIN, growth in academics through innovation and neuroeducation. GAIN is our nationally renowned framework that merges the fields of neuroscience, psychology, and best practice instructional techniques. To learn more about all the EVSC has to offer, please visit our website at evscschools.com.
We head to the fourth quarter here in the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Holiday Winter Classic as the Spartans enjoying a 2-point lead. They trailed it by 4 at the break, 34-30, and they now lead at 48-46 as we head to the fourth quarter of play. Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell. Coming to you live here from Bosse High School in Evansville, Indiana on IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll have all the games coming up here later on tonight as well. Quick drive from Dom Hobbs as he picks up the foul against the Husky.
Hobbs 14 points now, leading scorer for the Springfield Spartans, and the Hobbs has 10. So 2 in double figures.
Second team foul for Peyton Mixon, fourth team foul for the Huskies. You and Keith Oath will have that next game coming up right here on IndianaSRN. We'll have the 5 o'clock tip-off between Castle and I believe it was Connorsville off the top of my head.
Collinsville,
Collinsville, excuse me.
Yeah, Collinsville's a nice ball club. It'll be fun to watch them, see how good they are.
So another foul underneath the bucket. It'll be a foul against the Spartans. Oh, or jump ball, excuse me. It'll be North Huskies
error.
basketball.
Yeah.
Hebner brings it across the 10-second line as he stands high left wing working the screen and roll with Gelhausen. Physical defense from the Spartans, and they force another Huskies turnover. Hobbs fires it up quickly and too tall for Marquez Small. This team is relentless defensively.
Yeah, you're seeing Hebner really struggle to penetrate against this defense, and, that's his game. He likes to set up his jumper with his penetration, and he's having a hard time tonight.
So Gelhausen will inbound it as Hebner swings it on over to Barnes. Barnes gets the switch now with Cottrell. Hebner spins, reverse pivot, shot up, and another charge against Hebner. That's his second offensive foul of the ball game.
Yeah, his second foul I have him for, and
both fouls have been offensive fouls on drives to the rim.
Yeah, you've got for North, Barnes has 17 points, Braden Hebner 11, and Gelhausen with 9 is their scoring.
Ball knocked away by Gelhausen, recovered momentarily, but now Hebner comes away with it, trying to handle the pressure. Now they get it back to Hebner as they do break that pressure. Little crossover, pump fake, trying to get the shot off, and a lot of contact. Dom Hobbs trying to get his hand in there and knock the ball loose once again.
I'm telling you, Hobbs is relentless in his defensive pressure on Hebner. And this time he picks up his third foul. It's a little too aggressive.
It's amazing watching Braden Hebner as he just always plays so quickly but under control.
Yeah, I'm amazed how quick his hands are to keep control of the ball.
He's got great ball handling. As that ball knocked away, as I say that, he's able to pick it back up, trying to deal with the double team, and throws it away.
Yep, that's going to be off of number 31, Neff, as pass was down around his ankles.
48-46, about a minute and a half gone here in this fourth quarter. It's been a good one so far as we've seen lead changes. Springfield Southeast led out of the first quarter, North led at halftime, and now the Spartans lead after 3 quarters. We'll see who's the victor after 4. Small will try a 3. He buries it.
Big shot there by Small.
Just a 5-point lead, but it feels like a huge lead with the way the Spartans have played defense tonight. Gelhausen will work his way to the block, terminates the dribble. Now Barnes will see what he can do. He gets the switch, and ball knocked away by Hobbs. Barnes recovers, left-hand layup is good.
Boy, I tell you, that was a huge play for North to get that rebound and go. That's 20 points I have now unofficially for Kiamari Barnes, and he's had a big game tonight.
We got a full timeout. We'll take a timeout of our own. 51-48, 6:01 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Lines, personal service, and familiar faces, head to Optimum Wellness. Ask about over-the-counter supplements, our compounding services, and hormone therapy. Plus, get free delivery from your one-stop pharmacy in Newburgh. Optimum Wellness. Save up to 80% on your prescriptions at Nations Medicine on Pollock, your one-stop pharmacy in Evansville. Need one-on-one service, special packaging, or even immunizations? Nations has you covered. For no lines, personal service, and familiar faces, head to Nations Medicine on Pollock.
Welcome back to Bosse High School as 51-48, we're coming out of the North Huskies timeout as it's a full timeout and a chance for Jason Roach to talk it over with his team. Here's another look at that three from Marquez Small.
Yeah, that three gave him 11 for the game. So now Springfield has 3 players in double figures in Seth Doss, Marquise Small, and Dom Hobbs.
This final 6:01 should be exciting as the first 3 quarters and I guess it'd be a minute 59 of this fourth quarter have been thrilling from start to finish. We saw Caden Gelhausen get North on the board first to get a 3-0 lead. Huskies built up a 6-0 lead. Spartans then battled back, led after one quarter, 19-16. Huskies battled in the second quarter, led at halftime. And then again, it was the Spartans battling back in the third quarter to take the lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's just been back and forth. Good defense has got the Spartans back in this ball game.
High-low is Small finds Doss. Now Doss kicks it out. The Lions shot no good, rebounded by Chapman. He has been everywhere. Now he's trying to deal with the pressure as he's trapped near midcourt. Mid-range jump shot, rattles around and in. And one on the trail defender trying to block the shot, and a chance for Chapman to tie it at the charity stripe. We'll get another look at it here. Just a great pull-up jump shot.
Yeah, you got that shooter's roll on that one and dropped, and it's a big one. Opportunity to tie this one.
It was Small's 4th personal foul and the 6th team foul as he is good from the charity stripe. We're back tied at 51. Jordan Fisher alongside me, Scott Mitchell here on IndianaSRN. Coming to you live from Evansville, Indiana. Bosse High School, the host of the Tri-State Orthopedics Bosse Holiday Classic.
Got a little trash talk going on between Smalls and Hebner.
Well, this game has been chippy throughout. Everything's been under control, though. It's been a good physical ball game, and both these teams wanting to prove what they're capable of doing. Dom Hobbs, quick off the dribble, jump stop, and he's up and in for 2. Now Braden Hebner will push the pace as he brings it across the 10-second line. Trying to work the screen and roll as he rejects the screen, and they end up throwing it away. Small with the basketball. He gets it back to Dom Hobbs. Hobbs a chance to extend the lead even further. Delaying with the basketball as he's being pressured by Barnes. Barnes has been quiet here in this second half. He had 14 first half points, came up with 3 or 4 steals as well. And we have a whistle underneath as it's going to be a foul against Doss, I think. I think they're going to get Seth Doss for hitting Caden Gelhausen in the face.
Boy, that's going to be a big foul. If it is, that gives him 4.
I haven't seen an official call. Or maybe they said he stepped out of bounds. We haven't seen an official call on a foul, but the North Huskies have the basketball.
My guess is they're going to say he stepped out of bounds or traveled or something. We didn't see a call, though.
I never saw an official signal, but it is a turnover as it's the Huskies basketball. Gelhausen headed to the bench for probably a couple minutes. A little scoop shot, no good. Second effort also off the mark as Hazelwood couldn't convert. Hebner missed the point-blank shot, although it was pretty well contested. And now Marquez Small with it. Dom Hobbs, reverse pivot. Fulane will try a 3 from the wing. Left it short, rebounded by Doss. And his second effort, he's fouled.
He's fouled by Chapman, I think, and if that's on Chapman, it'd be his 3rd.
It is his 3rd foul indeed. Bryson Chapman, that's the 6th team foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Seth Doss.
Doss has 14 points, opportunity to go to 16 here, Fish.
4:14 to play, a chance to extend this lead up to 4 points. as Doss leaves the first one short. He's done that quite a few times tonight.
He has. I've got him down for 3 misses now and 3 makes. So right now he's just shooting 50% from the charity stripe.
So they're not going to grant the substitution as Caden Gelhausen got up to the scorer's table too late. Doss knocks home the second. Now he's able to come in. So it's a 3-point lead for the Spartans as Caden Gelhausen comes back in and Alec Vidoni will exit. Gelhausen to trigger the inbound as he gets it into Chapman. Chapman going to be called for a carry.
Again, that pressure is relentless that the Spartans have been putting on North and creating a lot of turnovers.
And they are, the second they cross half court, they are sending 2 men to the basketball every single time. Ball swung around into the corner. Cottrell tries a 3 off the mark, rebounded by Braden Hebner. Hebner will now push the pace up the left side. A little bit of a reverse pivot. Ball still loose as it's picked up by Chapman. He'll try the 18-foot jump shot.
A little bit hurried.
Here comes Dom Hobbs leading the break. Nice lay-in from Hobbs as he extends the lead to 5.
Yeah, Chapman had a little more time on that shot, kind of rushed it on the other end.
Barnes loses the basketball. Hobbs knocking it away. Barnes comes up with it, and a timeout for North, as this will be a full timeout, I believe. I believe they're out of 30-second timeouts. It is a full timeout. So we'll take a timeout of our own. 56-51, the Spartans leading, 3:34 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Serving all of Indiana, Indiana Members Credit Union has continued to grow while keeping our focus on you. We offer free personal checking and savings accounts, the lowest auto loan rates available, and a variety of mortgage loan options customized to your needs. For a limited time, stop in and receive a $200 bonus with a new savings, checking, and direct deposit. East Side, West Side, or our Newburgh location, stop by today and discover the IMCU difference and get your $200 bonus. At IMCU, it's you that matters.
Welcome back to Bosse High School. 3:34 to play here in this fourth quarter. Spartans back with a lead up to 5, and we've seen them really pick it up in this second half, and it feels like that they're getting a little bit of lift here in the second half.
This is the team that played last night, defeated Glenwood, Illinois, 62-51, had to travel down here for this game, and you would think, they may have tired legs, but they have really been pushing the pace on this game, and they've got North playing at that pace. As that last shot put up by Chapman, he just rushed it. He had a little more time, or he could have pulled it back out in the offense, but he rushed it, and they turned it into a bucket on the other end.
Well, they've seriously played with a lot of energy, a lot of pace, as you talked about, and I think that's just a testament to their conditioning.
Yeah, we say this all the time. A lot of it is matchups, and the matchup against North, they're using their quickness to make North play at their pace of the game.
So Josh Neff will inbound the basketball as Hebner will bring it across, being guarded by Falayan. Neff with the ball as he tries to get it into Gelhausen. Ball loose. It's loose on the floor still. And a timeout for Southeast Springfield as Lawrence Thomas was coming all the way down by the scorer's table to get that timeout, and we'll see if it's a 30 or a full.
He lost his gum.
It's a full timeout. Let's take a timeout of our own. Again, still 56-51 with 3:19 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Tri-State Orthopedics is the leader in orthopedic care, with 35 providers treating nearly 30,000 patients each year. Our orthopedic specialists have the expertise and experience to treat the most common and complex conditions. For care you can trust, visit tristate-ortho.com today. Tri-State Orthopedics is the leader in orthopedic care, with 35 providers treating nearly 30,000 patients each year. We're excited to welcome Dr. Nicholas Rensing to our Evansville locations, as well as our new Vincennes location now open. For care you can trust, visit tristate-ortho.com today.
We're coming out of the Southeast Springfield timeout, or Springfield Southeast, I should say, as it's a full timeout for them, and not much has changed since we came back from our last break. Still 56-51, but saw a situation there where the ball was loose. North was trying to tie it up, and I believe it was Seth Doss that was on the floor keeping the ball away from Gelhausen. And we mentioned that Lawrence Thomas, the head coach for the Spartans, came all the way down by the scorer's table to get that timeout because the official couldn't hear him on the other end.
Right. He crossed, actually, 10-second line, lost his gum yelling. it was kind of comical. He had a little laugh at it himself, but he did get their attention, got the timeout, and kept possession of the ball, which was the main thing.
So 3:19 to play as it'll be Spartan basketball. They have to inbound. It's a spot inbound from that corner. A tough place to get it in, but they do get it in. Each team has 6 team fouls as North trying to ramp up the pressure. Small with it, working against Barnes. As we near 3 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter.
Yeah,
the fouls will be something to watch, though.
That's what I was getting ready to say, Fish. Both teams' next foul will be in the bonus.
Ball goes left side for Filayan as he's looking inside for Doss. Nothing there. Now they lob it in. Gelhausen picks it off, and he gets it up to Chapman.
Yeah, just a bad entry pass. Gelhausen had him fronted the whole
Kenny
way.
swings it around as now Barnes with the basketball. Kamari Barnes had a big first half, has been relatively quiet here in the second half. Got to give credit to the Spartan defense for kind of neutralizing what he was able to bring to the table. Hebner with it, down to 2:30 to play here in this fourth quarter. North trails it by 5. He terminates the dribble. Now Barnes with the top of the key. A little hesitation, pull-up jump shot, left it short. Missed everything and goes out of bounds. It will be Spartan basketball.
Fought a battle inside between Gelhausen and Seth Doss. Doss did a terrific job of holding him off the boards and letting that ball go out of bounds.
Those two both picked up early fouls in this game. Each had 2 fouls in the first half. Doss picked up a quick third. As a lob pass forward, tipped by Gelhausen. Doss is able to recover it. And now Gelhausen will pick up foul number 3, as I was just talking about that.
Yeah.
And it's also the 7th team foul against North Huskies, so the rest of the way will be bonus opportunities for the Spartans.
Yeah, Doss has been a 550% shooter from the line, so may not be a bad foul in this situation.
So Seth Doss will step to the line. He's left a few free throws short tonight. He'll have a chance to extend this lead up to 7, and once again leaves the short or the free throw short. It's almost the first one every time too.
Yeah.
Leaves it short.
Yeah. That's been his pattern here tonight. Miss a front end and hit the second.
56-51. Doss's second free throw up, nothing but nylon.
Yeah.
6-point lead for the Spartans, 2:15 to play here in the fourth quarter.
I'd like to know what he shoots normally from the line. It's kind of curious.
Sam McKinney gets it over to Barnes. Into the corner for Gelhausen. Trying to drive baseline, cut off. Good defense by Small. And Hebner now, the left-hand reverse lay, left it short. It's stuck on the rim. And
jump ball, they're on call. It's going to be possession.
Jump ball is going to stay with the Spartans.
Team control, Spartan basketball.
So under 2 minutes to go here. Spartans trying to control this the rest of the way. As Hobbs will shoot a runner in the lane, and it bounces around and drops in.
Nice looking player, Dom Hobbs. Very aggressive to the bucket and handles the ball well for the Spartan team.
Hebner tosses it forward for Chapman. Chapman drives baseline. Ball swung around. Gelhausen will try a triple. Left it short. Offensive rebound opportunity, no good for Chapman this time, as it was Cottrell that brought it out for the Spartans. Barnes pressuring Dom Hobbs at half court. And now with another minute 20, we got to think about when does North start to foul.
Just Hobbs is just handling the ball like it's on a yo-yo. He's just doing a great job of holding possession.
He does keep the ball on a string, as now they'll start to send a second man in trap. Dump off pass for Small is good.
Terrific job by Hobbs to create that opening for the bucket.
And now it's a 10-point lead for the Spartans. Hebner being pressured, throws it into Gelhausen. Ball turned over once again. Small fires it forward. Seth Doss will put it up and in for 2 more points. 63-51. Spartans running away with this one here late. As you start to hear some of the Spartans fans come to life. Small was clapping against Barnes, is still contests the shot. Barnes left it short. Turned over to Hebner. Gelhausen will try a 3. Left it short again. It seems like the Huskies have just lost their legs here in this fourth quarter.
I think this stifling defense and this pace has really hurt them.
Chapman's free throw is an air ball as Small comes away with it. He's going to have to get it across the 10-second line. And now the Spartans can dribble it out. 63-51, the Springfield Southeast Spartans get the victory. They'll pick up win number 5 on the season as they move to 5-5. The Huskies dropped to 2-4. Real quick, Scott, just some quick thoughts from this game.
I was really impressed with Southeast Spartans. We thought they may be a little tired with their legs, having to travel and play last night. They didn't look at it at all. They put their will on this game and forced North to play an up-tempo game they didn't really want to play.
They certainly left their mark. 63-51 is the final for my partner, Scott Mitchell. I'm Jordan Fisher. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have the next game coming up between Castle and Collinsville when we come back here on IndianaSRN. Thank you for tuning in, and good afternoon.